were friends.
That's the beauty of my plan. In the end, when your memory has been erased, we could be friends again.
What are either of you talking about? Season 3, can we have a conversation, please? Because as far as I've been watching this show, they're not friends, and they never really were. So Season 3 has decided that Varian's new motivation after being in prison is now focused on wanting to be friends with people, and at that point by erasing everyone's memories, but later he just wants to be friends with them, and considers himself friends with them. And this episode makes a show of, oh look, they all forgive each other, but no they don't. They really shouldn't, at any rate. I mean, let's look at Rapunzel, our main character. One of the main problems she has is that she genuinely only cares about him if Varian has something to offer to her. She keeps using him, and the show never points this out. It never seems to go, oh yeah, maybe that's a thing we should work on. Maybe they should change that in Season 3, or point out that she's learning from it, so her character is growing. But no, it's apparently a good thing that Rapunzel only cares about Varian when he's helping her. Here's a list of all the main parts of the story where I've seen Rapunzel's just using Varian. So in episode 1, Varian aims to help figure out her hair, and then Rapunzel's all happy with that, but as soon as his water machines blow up, she apparently leaves without helping him fix the town. And then when Varian comes back in episode 8 for the science event, Rapunzel doesn't decide, maybe let's help Varian because Cassandra's decided to ditch him and he's going to be on his own and stuff. No, I'm going to enter the competition on my own for some reason, despite knowing that it matters to him and it doesn't matter to me. I don't really understand that decision. In Queen for a Day at the beginning, Rapunzel tells Varian that she's going to help with the rocks in a few days when her dad gets back. But Varian's already been tasked with trying to figure out the rocks for a while now, and Rapunzel's clearly not done anything about that. So yeah, Varian's going to experiment on the rocks because Rapunzel's just not doing anything about it. And clearly their only friendship point at this point is because he's helping with the rocks and she needs someone to figure them out because she doesn't want to, apparently. When her parents actually get back and they're all okay, she never goes to help him. Even though she spent an entire day looking at a wall not doing anything, and she claims that she's feeling guilty about him desperately begging for her help, her words not mine, implying that she knows he needs her help, but she's just not going for some reason. Like, my guy, if you feel guilty and you don't like it, why don't you go and do something about it? Go and help him. In the quest for Varian, in which they fail to find Varian, Rapunzel is only going over to find out what's going on because Varian sent a letter that the people are keeping something from her that she can receive at his house. And then when she gets there, she goes, oh no, I don't want to be here because I'm seeing bad things. She doesn't think, oh yeah, maybe this fact that his dad is dead is affecting him. No, I'm affected, and that's the main problem. And then when Varian asks Rapunzel to help get the sundrop flower, she doesn't go get it when he asks for help because his dad is dying, but she does when he says it's for Corona. And this is a really weird, inconsistent theme in that episode. It just sounds really awkward because helping his dad is helping Corona because it's against the Black Rocks. Do you not see this? And then they're fighting the automaton later in that episode and he gets chucked across the room, whacks his head and nearly passes out, his words not mine. And she's just like, oh yeah, you need to distract the thing so that we can defeat it. Stop using him, please. Rapunzel immediately assumes evil intent in multiple points in the end of season 1, and then she finally tries to actually help him, only at the very end when her mum's in trouble. Like, why did it actually take that long for you to try and help at all? Also, I mean, do you see her face when she's leaving at the end? She does not care. And then in season 3, when they meet up again, Rapunzel assumes Varian's in charge of the adult group of terrorists, because that's a normal assumption to make. She only accepts him back because he can help them get rid of the Sapporians. Nothing about like, oh, maybe I should make it up to him, or, I don't know, explaining about the fact she knows how to save his dad or something, which is never brought up and is a bit confusing. And then most of the early season 3 interactions consist of asking Varian to help with the fixing of the castle or the royal family's memories, although this is kind of more reasonable because he was involved but there's still no like actual communication between the two. No, oh yeah, this is a bad thing that happened between us before and we're over it now. Nothing like that. It just kind of, you have to assume that they're all friends now just because Rapunzel said so. And then Rapunzel gave Varian a task to do for several weeks, translating the scroll, in which he spends all this time alone in like a place that troubles him a lot. I don't really understand this decision. And then she only comes to see him because she needs to know the scroll is okay. When Varian is kidnapped, she lists his kidnapping alongside Cassandra has the scroll, as if Varian's just a tool that Cassandra could use to help fight everyone. And when they find Varian at the place he's been kidnapped, Rapunzel sends Eugene towards him just because Varian's figured out how to get the final incantation. Seriously? No like, are you okay? Or anything like that? Or just the idea that maybe we want to rescue him even if he hasn't got the final incantation because that's the right thing to do? And then again, after that we get like generic interactions of Varians helping them do the thing that they're doing today. Luckily for everyone, Eugene is much more forgivable, as at the beginning of the show he's afraid of the danger that seems to occur wherever Varian is, which is justified because of the exploding water machines I mentioned earlier. And he goes, oh no, Rapunzel might be in danger because Varian's there, because things tend to go wrong around him, which is what I'm assuming that scene means. But when he finds out that Kieran's been harmed, he actually steps up and goes, no, Rapunzel, this is actually a threat. We need to worry about this. People are getting hurt. He's also less aggressive in general towards Varian at the end of season 1. Until, of course, we get to season 3 and there's that scene in the jail in Rapunzel's return. That's a little bit weird and out of character to me. But in most of season 3, he spends more time being friendly to Varian, and they have like a few little short, cute interactions on the screen, which suggests that they actually have some off-screen bonding as well. He also supports Varian during Cassandra's revenge, and his interactions in both Journey to Spy and Once a Handmaiden are also quite nice, because it suggests that they, spend time together. And Cassandra. No, okay, so let's actually talk through it. In the first episode, Cass saves his life, and then the next time she sees him, she breaks this promise, which includes Varian having taken up all her work Cassandra's supposed to do during the day, on top of preparing for a science exhibition. And, that's a lot of manual labour. He nearly passes out, and he doesn't get paid. But Cassandra doesn't keep up her end of the deal by being the partner for his work project. She doesn't even bother in Queen for a Day when he's come into the castle all distressed and saying his dad's in trouble, because why would you be an active character in one of those episodes? She also is one of the most hostile towards him during late season 1 and quickly assumes that he's wrong and evil and everything, for some reason. And then in season 3, she kidnaps Varian for his information on the scroll, which is paired with assaulting him, drugging him, assaulting him in ways that would kill a real person, and then containing him in a small cage that is suspended over an incredibly high fall, from which is described as the tallest building ever in the show, like taller than the castle. Then she brings him back in the room and tries to kill him again when he delivers this other incantation to Rapunzel. Nice. And then in a later episode, when he tries to defend himself in the kingdom, she uses the rocks to break the weapon while it's in his arms, which is, a bit dangerous, and then tries multiple times to kill him again. It's funny that her final character design includes the little lump of element Varian made her in season 1 for saving his life, because either way, I really wonder why Varian forgives these guys, why he seems that they're his closest friends. Rapunzel claims Varian and her were friends. She's just a liar. Also, one of the worst things Rapunzel says about Varian is this line in Cassandra's Revenge. Really, Rapunzel? Oh, this line is painful. We can lock up monsters for their crimes, like Varian. Yeah, we're friends, what do you mean? It just brings me pain. Why didn't they ever follow through with Varian being a friend of Xavier or something? Just give him a friend who's actually, nice to him.